Doris.
Do you have a moment, Sid?
Oh, that's who you are.
A team of cursebreakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Okay.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a
Cole?
carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A cursebreaker managed to release a stolus amid the confusion, but this was days ago.
Certainly is now. I've
They
been
should
putting
be
this
back by
off.
now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
We can go and check.
What if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
Offer to search for Cole's team. I'll go and find them.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
Dragon's Eyrie was where
Should
we
be
went
enough to
to.
go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
That's where we fought Gerudo, isn't it? Dragon's Eyrie? Or thereabouts? Hello over here.
Get me back on my feet. I'll tear those.
Yoink. Somebody has dropped 10 gil in the bushes. Hello, Cole.
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The Hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
But what's happened to the Dame?
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend
We have
to here.
just killed
See to
Titan.
the injured.
We can
I'll
manage
handle the rest.
a couple of goblins. Well,
All right. Just follow the path
about.
to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
well, we don't want that, generally speaking.
And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Right, which way? That way, south. We have an objective marker. Oh, I see a giant goblin.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
And...
This one.
I'm impressed that I managed to dodge that, because I wasn't actually trying, so... Didn't dodge that, though, did I? No. Or that! And... That's not going to work. Because that was totally the wrong thing. Get down. Oh, I forgot to press the button for the counter. That's... No.
You lose.
I love that animation on that really wide swing. It's got really kind of hefty dynamism to it. Bone necklace. Magic dash. The crafting system is a little bit basic. You know, it's not the most exciting, but it works.
A friend. Are there any more survivors?
To be honest, if it was a little
Why
bit
didn't you
more
flee with the
involved,
others?
actually, it might get a bit
If
too
the goblins had
distracting.
made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you.
Life is
Your lives are
subjugation.
your own now.
What do they do? What do they
You can
do
leave
with
the
it?
rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Doris. Yeah, the fact that they've all got like a really old-timey British names is... It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Hello.
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left.
Ah, so you already
If
know.
I just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself.
Ah, but the fact that you didn't means
Or
that we
maybe
said...
I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right
Because they
decision.
wouldn't have done. Or at least those two bearers
I
wouldn't
was
have done.
lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them, woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks?
Sid.
I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of
Yeah, but
trouble.
people would be dead
We
if you...
swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it.
Well, you're only human.
I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a curse breaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
Yep.
You will. In time.
That person near the sword rack in the background has been waving that sword for hours and hours and hours now. The weight of command. Oh. Reduces rise in flames cooldown time by 2 seconds. Thanks. Rodrigue.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover.
Really?
Is it really?
Is it
my
that difficult
first?
to remove?
You don't need me to answer that.
Well, I suppose it's
You
a...
know full well what we're fighting for.
Is it a tattoo?
I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as
Or
equals.
is there more to it than that?
But
Is
until
there
that
some
day,
kind of
a brand,
magicked component to it?
and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential. and we undergo it willingly.
Yeah,
I know.
nothing there on it.
I still wish there was some other way.
Maybe we can find a better.
Griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low.
Ah,
What few leaves we have.
so we need some
barely enough for
anaesthetic.
removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
I'll go
Just
and
tell me
gather
what you
some.
need.
You'll go. Oh,
Why not?
thank you.
Gets me out into the
No one
world.
knows herb lore like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the...
Was
bright
Amber the
blue
place that told us not to come back? Do no harm.
Those herbs.
Riled raptors. Why are they riled? Shouts Titan, summons lightning. Possible that we had to kill those before we can do the herby bits? Looked like. Oh, need to hold the button down.
This is the only
Immunity.
plant around here with blue flowers.
It's like lilac.
That's the right one.
Well, if it's not, we'll soon
You'll
find
have
out.
to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put
Oops.
his mind at ease.
Hopefully.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Only the usual.
Much fighting.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say
Needs
the
a confidence
patient
boost, doesn't he,
won't
this
feel
guy?
That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you. Which means I trust you. The Hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly.
No buts.
I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin.
Oh.
One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood.
Oh.
Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound
So that's
heals.
why it's such a messy.
Became
I thought it
visited
was
to
just a
help
tattoo,
people,
but
not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Taya. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a Physica's duty to see that they don't.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
It's a tiny detail, that stuff about the wyvern poison under the skin, but you wouldn't get that unless you did this side quest. You know, you wouldn't know how troublesome and difficult and how dangerous the brand
Damn
is.
the bastard who thought to mix branding ink with the foulest poison known to man. Since then, bearers have only ever had two choices. Court the crystal's curse in service of their masters, or defy the brand and suffer the wyvern's wrath. Either way, it's an agonizing death.
Yeah, so that they either use their magic at the behest of the people that own them and die an agonizing death from being turned to stone through overuse of the burning of ether, or they
No surprises there.
have to deal with the poison. Right, we've got some more side quests in. We've got some there, but we've also got one over at Lost Wing. So we'll do the Lost Wing one first. Ah, Quinton. Hello.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always.
Yeah. A Clive
I have
arrives
a
exactly when he
concern
means
which
to.
you may be able to assist me with.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched.
Okay.
It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
For great justice. Okay, we have
Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Yes, I wonder. Chances are it's going to be something of significance. But maybe wrong.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but
A
none
vineyard.
of them have seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
Oh, it heard the rumours from the lads working at the vineyard, but it's not actually where things were being spoken about.
Crystals we get from the tailor all
Crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless. Yeah, it does make you wonder just how society is going to cope once we get rid of everything.
Do you have a moment?
Do potions require...
There's talk of suspicious
ether?
figures in the woods. Have you seen anything?
Because if it's the
out
mother
of
crystals that
ordinary?
make the ether, when we destroy the mother crystals, there's
No,
going to be no ether
but
to
I've
use for
heard
magic at
something.
all.
Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass.
But there've been no more
I
bearers
was out
born.
foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
Herb mother.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Let's admit, didn't actually pay attention to that. Look for the shadow figures in Lorbert's Pass.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then.
Interesting that we
What do
didn't
you
have
say,
to speak to
Torgal?
all of them.
Shall we go and investigate?
Ruff. Ooh. What's it going to be? Torgal?
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us.
Oh, Black
Get
Shields.
them before they escape.
Who let you guys in?
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you?
Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Level 30, we're level 32, so we're not like super overpowered.
Get him.
Haha, you charged into that. That serves you right. Stay down. Oh, no enemies approaching, you say? Oh, Kiwi boy. You first. Don't actually want to be. Oh, apparently I managed to dodge an attack there. Ching! Enemies slain. Oh, level up. Shing! Level 33. Some random stuff that I'm not really paying any attention to whatsoever.
Are they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need... Or Quentin.
Right. Yes, if the Black Shields were planning an attack on Lost Wing, then there's problems afoot. Well, there's little flies that were just buzzing through the air there. Nice little bit of ambience. Whilst the areas are somewhat linear, like corridor-wise, the actual density of detail and information really adds to that feeling of place and location.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our
Found
sinister
them!
figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass.
They're
They're
gone.
gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds.
Former bloodhounds.
Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for.
Another master.
And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this.
Huh?
More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain.
Yes.
Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it.
That's why he's so kind of political and savvy.
Small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents.
Yes.
Men to whom
Power
the law was but a
corrupts.
scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
Until he
So what
wasn't.
changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport.
Oh.
I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately.
But he was the Lord High
His
Justice.
response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family.
And again, this is
slaughtered.
detail that you wouldn't have.
He faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost
If you didn't do
everything.
the side quest.
My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts.
Shit.
So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself.
Wow.
But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first.
Not going to
friends
ask
and
us to join.
comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
This is not how I was expecting this quest to go at all. Is there going to be a follow-up, I wonder?
I'm not going to change his mind.
No, you are not. Interestingly, no follow-up. I was wondering whether we were going to get to join in on that, but I guess we are not. Yeah, again, a lot of backstory that we wouldn't otherwise have got if we hadn't done the side quest. Does it change the story of the main quest in any way, shape or form? No. Was it a particularly complicated quest? No. But was it worth doing for things other than the XP and renown and stuff? If you're interested in character building and world building and backstory and why people do what they do, yes. For the actual gameplay, no, not really. Matige?
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned.
Not much of an apprentice.
I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
Sure.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might
Because,
have gone?
you know, find a person quest, but there's usually more to it than that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Use your loaf. I cannot imagine that many people that are playing this game, unless they are British, will understand the phrase use your loaf. Is that something said in America? I do not know. Use your loaf, however, is... to be fair, it's not a particularly common phrase in Britain either. But, you know, use your loaf, use your noggin. Oh, we've got to go all the way round here, haven't we? It's not a short jog. Something tells me that there in the road is our hunt mob. Going to ignore him for now because he was an A rank. The surprising amount of Drake's Fang left after what we did to it.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Dusan.
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? I'm certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in.
What are you? What were you? What did you want to be?
Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
Don't know what happened to her.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. I loved her, damn
A
it.
weird
Now
addiction.
she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Express yourself.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the Fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Typo?
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You've opened my eyes.
Well done, us.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
I guess not. Yeah, that's definitely a hunt mark, isn't it? That's the knives person. Well, at least we know where they are. I'm not going to fight them. They were... It was, in fact, I've got it written down, haven't I? It's the 9 of knives in the jaw. Who are these that are watching? Are they just random guards? Yeah. Waiting to see what happens, I suppose. Yes, I feel like I should probably advance a step of the main story so that we've got Jill with us before, at least I assume she's going to join us, before I fight any of these hunt marks, just for the ease.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself.
With its gooey
Her
centre.
steeple peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow.
Dang.
True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals.
Salty bread.
Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say
Unique.
you're onto something.
Yay.
Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't
Really
know how you
salty
did it,
bread.
But you have my thanks.
Mmm. Nom. Use your loaf. You there. Still don't like you.
I've never even forged a
Sava.
button before. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I. Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
How did you know?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luba's
Sava.
least accomplished apprentice.
2 apprentice quests in a row.
If I don't pass this test, maybe I'm just not the resourceful type.
Well, employing me as a
People are buying up
resource.
weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He
Oh,
wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
no. I
Never
thought we
mind.
might get a multiple choice thing
Thought I'd
there, but no.
ask.
No, I do not.
It was that or pack my bags.
Spirits of Dalamil.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
Yes.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before.
What have you made?
And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're
Go and
right.
ask some people what
There's
the
no
spirit
point
of Dalamil
fooling in the
means to
dark, I
them.
suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All
Okay.
right. Good luck.
Let's
Clive
hope that
is
someone
such a
says something
helpful
useful.
soul, isn't he? Carving out a niche. And the puns keep a coming.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle.
Mm-hmm.
I better get to it.
The finest fabrics!
Now, Dusan, I know you're keen, but do you
Flesher.
have to use the good salt?
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
Information.
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
I carve
Fair
things.
enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which
tougher.
can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
Good to
So
know.
That stays sharp. Makes sense.
Yes. Hunter.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
You have a nice
Sorry.
moustache, sir.
Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter? Why?
Hunter?
question.
Is a hunter?
Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
Okay.
A carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy, and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our
I don't know
noses,
what.
most likely.
It's something I'm clearly
right,
missing as well.
I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning
Can't do both.
someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe
His
there
eyes
is
are just a
someone
little
I could
bit too
turn to.
wide.
A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
And off he goes. Hello, Sarah.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Hush,
I
Clive.
asked her, but you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use.
Mm-hmm.
But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose.
There's loads of that.
Folk first
The
settled
white
Dalamil
stuff
to get at
outside the
mineral deposits.
southern gate.
And if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Is that a real thing?
That must be it.
I feel like that might be a
Don't
real thing.
suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
It's handy.
Looks like I've got some learning to do.
Well, you
Clive,
are an
I,
apprentice. Can
I hate to ask after all that you've done for me,
you go get me some limestone?
but
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
Me too.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Yes,
Then
I am
suppose
aware.
I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly.
Yeah, so it's just down here. Interesting. This is a surprisingly... I mean, again, it's not a complicated quest, but it's a surprisingly involved quest, considering it's all fully voiced, etc., etc.
Now, Dusan, I know you're keen, but
Matt is just complaining about using the good salt. Alright, here's the limestone. Tons of the stuff. Dozen of terraces. Nope. No, you've got them in just the right place to interact with things. Got to be a certain distance away, I think, so that the animation doesn't go. Bleh. Especially because Clive moves to it.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Southern needs.
One rock looks a lot like another. So true, Clive, so true. Such wise words. Right, let's see
Master
whether
Lubor
this is
says
what was
Drake's
needed.
fang has fallen. Does that mean the furnace is going to stop working?
Maybe. So shut your trap and get that order forged while you still can.
I think that's the first piece of dialogue that we've heard about the consequences of what we have done. Yeah, I was expecting more of that when we downed the first Mother Crystal, but realistically, there was nothing. There's been nothing that's indicated that, you know, a change is coming. But the, you know, the forge stopping working.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that?
Yes, I am.
Merchant both. She's got quite a gift for teaching that. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
I assume forging a knife takes at least some time, but I'm not going anywhere. Sometime later.
That'll do, I reckon.
Doesn't
a
seem...
knife forged from the very rocks of Dalimil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
Doesn't it look like it's massively sharp?
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalimil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
Darn.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that?
Nobody.
The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies.
A lesson to be learned.
Rule number one in any business, Sava. Know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable.
I'm intrigued as to how you would improve it.
I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
Woohoo!
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan.
Yeah, so there's no one.
Light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
Which is why he's rich. So we were right.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalimil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no
we
reason.
learnt something.
You passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do,
And it was entertaining.
I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever
As long as you
seen.
don't charge me a fortune. Ba-bum. Carving out a niche. Not a huge amount of XP. It's weird, actually. That was a really substantial, in terms of time it took, side quest.
Master Lubor says Drake's
Let us try.
Where did all the men
Try? As if there was any real chance of failure. Let's do this last one. This should be the last side quest for a while.
Those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
But if the crystals have stopped working, then the bathhouse is going to have
The baths
problems.
are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your service?
That was a turnaround.
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Okay.
All right. I'll go and
Bombs. Bombs have made the water hot.
Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the
Because
way.
they're volcanic springs,
These
aren't they, in the
baths
desert?
are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
He's a tad dramatic, realistically. But hey, whatever. This way?
Just look.
Yes. So what are we going to find? Bombs! I was right. Well done, Demajen. You've worked it out. You're a smart cookie. Smart cookie, sharp cookie. We have to go round here, though, don't we?
What the hell are those things?
Like that little bit of incidental dialogue. That's very cool water. Hello?
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. You'll turn back if you know what's good for you.
Yeah, plenty of incidental dialogue. Interesting that you needed to speak to that guy, because a lot of the dialogue just plays as you pass. Right. You there. Bombs. Gilbert?
That explains the heat.
Well done, Clive. Oh no! I've gone past my intended targets. Do. I think they're all out of range, aren't they? Fire! Ow! Ow! No. Saw that coming. There's more. Oh, Old Faithful.
I'm hurt, Torgal. Not good.
Bath bomb? That entertains me. Far more than it should. Ow. Am I taking damage because I'm stood in the fire? I think I am, aren't I? Got you. Ooh.
Well done, Torgal.
Shing! Enemy slain. 270 XP. And some stuff.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Yeah, nobody wants a boiled bath. Plenty of gill bugs to fill our purses. Don't mind if I do. Right, let's teleport back because I'm far too lazy. to walk all the way round. Hello, sir.
The man who saved... I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The
That's back to
baths
normal?
grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business
Doesn't
as
it
usual.
smell like really badly? Just
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
what did we expect to find?
You tell a fine story.
Thanks.
That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about.
But they did say that the monsters would die off if it weren't for the mother crystals, didn't they?
Here, a small something by way of thanks.
Oh no, there should have been no monsters if there was no...
It's high time I got back
if
to
everything
work.
was
With a
blighted.
little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
Hot water. More XP. More renown. We've got a good chunk of renown and some scarletite. And the Breath of the Inferno reduces ignition cooldown time by 2.2 seconds. Fabulous. Right, that is all the side quests there. And in fact, I think is all of the side quests. Oh, interesting. There's a little village over there. Oh, and by over there, I mean somewhere where you can actually go. Oh. Empty hovel. That's where we want to go for the bees. Oh, there's a curl. Oh, that's just a curl. It's just an enemy. Irksome. Because what we're actually after is bees. Somewhere around here. Oh, these are bees. There's more to it than this, though. Soul stingers. Fancy. So we should be okay, but there are multiple, so...
This one.
I wonder if we're going to get some cactuar. Stomp. Ow. Let's use this. Takes us some attacks. Uh-oh. So I suppose that is actually quite good for dealing with flying targets, isn't it? Because it pushes us up to them. But of course I've... Yeah, because these guys have got no stagger bar to deal with. They're just, Oh, there we go. Notorious Marks Lane. Sorry, Mark. Peace.
Peace at last.
Not the bees. Should we try the Thief of Nine Tails? No, Nine of Knives. That was his name. Do. A rank. 30 renown. It's the currency, isn't it?
My blade yet hungers, and so do I. Come.
That was a good start.
Feast on your flesh.
Yes. I mean, I knew that we were low on health. That's fine. Right, let's try this again.
It's us or them.
Ow. Okay, so he can go through our... Ow! Oh, jeez. Okay. What level is he? Have I even checked? I mean, I haven't, which is why I'm asking. One more go. So, the perfect block doesn't have a huge amount of benefit for us. But likewise, we probably want to get out of the poison mist as soon as possible. Ah.
I'd snap you like a twig.
Ouch.
That's better. Waken winds.
Ow.
I needed that. This one. Well done, Torgal.
Well done, Torgal. Don't know what you did, but Clive thinks you've done something good. Right, let's see if we can get the stagger up. Do this. No. Chunky, 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 chunky! I've got nothing that I can use for... That's what I meant to do. I was pressing the wrong button, which doesn't help. Right. Okay. Ow! Ow! Torgal!
I drink your blood.
No!
Nice try.
Ow. That was more like it.
Not good.
Ow! No.
Get him. Go, Torgal. Torgal, kill.
Ow!
That's better.
Punch! Notorious Marks Lane. Sorry, Mark. Level up. 5,000 XP. Those are definitely worth doing then. Not particularly exciting crafting materials though.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Right. Not what we were actually here to do, of course. We were looking for... Oh, there's the cattery. I just hadn't zoomed in far enough to see it. I'm really impressed with the... with how few bugs there've been. You know, I really don't feel like we've run into any... I mean, not just any significant bugs, but any bugs in general. Like, what sorcery is this? Creative Business Unit 3. Though, didn't they delay the game slightly for polish? So, maybe that's what it was. Oh, was it a pack? Oh, no, there we go. Grimalkin. Rank C. Do 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 do. Oh, interesting.
Let me introduce you to mine.
I assume we're going to fight the big one after this. Sliced! Oh, no. That does quite a lot of damage, actually. Slice. I love that you can parry dog fangs. Bzz, 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 bzz. Do, do. Oh.
And then there was one.
Ba-dum, bum, bum.
Go, Torgal. Get him. Too slow. This one. Go, Torgal.
Ow. Savage.
This one. Over here.
That's what I wanted to do. Oh, dude, you ran into the lightning a couple of times, didn't you? That was silly. Ow. Punches.
Over here. All yours, Torgal. Get him.
Nice. Haha, parried. Think, Mark. Defeat 10 Notorious Marks. I did. Grimalkin hides.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Fuck. I did say I was going to get the next step of the quest started, didn't I? So that we could have Jill for this, but, you know, that would require a memory. Right. There's only... We've done bees. We've done Grimalkin. We've done the Nine of Knives. The Flan Prince was... Hawk's Cry. Which isn't that zone. It's this one. It's... Oh, it's marked on the map for us. Is it marked on the map because we've seen it the once? I guess it probably is. So the Flan Prince absolutely massacred us last time.
It's us or them.
Oh.
I needed that.
Right, I don't know what the radius on this is, so I'm going to... Oh, that's... Yeah. I've got to remember to shut this down right at the start because it does so much. Dual cast? Ow. Oops. Is that just a physical attack? That's silly. Gotcha. Yeah, not my best. Ooh, he's got a Thundaga now. Oh, that's cool looking. I was undecided about what to do then.
Not good. This one. All yours, Torgal. Come on.
Jeez.
To me, boy. Get him.
Oh, damn it. Oh, jeez. This is going to be close. Oh, got him. Don't feel like I offered much in the way of relevant commentary there. He was still tough. Gelatinous mass.
Well, let's dig now. Whatever it was.
Interesting. That had one of the cores from the what's-its. The Fallen. Right. We can go back to the Hideaway now. And create the Drake Slayer what's-it-madoodle. We've also got an absolute shed of renown, which I'm assuming will get us something. We've got no more hunts to do yet.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Interesting. Many claim they wish to change the world. Few actually take it upon themselves to do so. You are an inspiration to us all. 800 ability points.
Here you are.
Alright, we need 550 High Cleric's Medallion. That will be a big boost
Come again.
to
I may have more for you.
health potions, I assume. Huh? They've got the thingy loaves.
Sid! Look what the cursebreakers brought back from Dalmekia. Said they were all the rage in Dalamil. Looks sort of funny if you ask me.
I'll be damned.
Have you had one before?
Something smells good. What are we having?
Bombs! And they are good. You should try one.
Hey? The bloody great hole in it. Who ate the rest?
It's supposed to be hollow, silly. Haven't you ever seen Drake's Fang?
I like the fact that they animated that purely on the basis that we'd done the side quests. And that's great attention to detail. Let's be honest. It's great attention to detail indeed.
3 days later.
We've got some weird science, and we've also got a new quest from the reading table.
He cracked the crystal too.
I didn't realise the reading table could offer quests. Apparently it can. Off the record. I was thumbing through the Hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention, maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Payback. There was more there as well. But in an effort to keep these compartmentalized... Hello, Goat. Gout? Goat.
Clive, did you get my letter?
I did. That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the Hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders.
Uh-oh.
And it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time. And I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
No.
There you are. What a surprise.
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
Jesus.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Oh, that's what a talent is.
5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the Hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
That's not an oversight. This is a catastrophe.
My responsibility. And it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough.
He's filthy rich.
He deserves better than to see our begging bowl.
That's true.
Besides, we'll need to learn to
I cannot make 5 million gil. That would take.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are.
A little something Sid and I set aside for...
What kind of rocks are they?
Times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
The rocks!
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe and all that.
Classy.
I know.
Like being a primary school teacher.
Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go.
Go.
Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here?
Oh, Star Rubies.
Star Rubies.
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
And he just turns around and walks away.
I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry.
Oh,
I'm sure Karen will understand.
No, she will not.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
No. I don't.
This is an excellent side quest. That's made my eyes water. Oh dear. That has entertained me no end. Right, let's go and hand these in. I was thinking this would just be some kind of silly thing, but well, it is silly, but it's been very, very entertaining, amusing. And I like a good bit of amusement. It's made my jaw ache, actually.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here.
But
it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
One of 3 brilliant gemstones acquired and set aside by Sid for a rainy day. Otto now deems that day to have arrived and wishes to use the rubies to pay off 3 outstanding debts. That's not the whole debt, though, is it? Rocks.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me.
Is it?
More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
I thought it was like 5 million gil.
Interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the Hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would
A little
never
bit of
get off the
backstory on
ground.
Otto.
Sid may have been the face of the Hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone.
The backbone.
When Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement. And rallied
He was
the
one of the
rest
first
around you.
people that we spoke to
I
that said
reckon
we'd
what
always
he
have a
saw
place
in
there.
Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
And just turns and walks away. It's always odd when people do that in video games. Just turn and walk away. I know why they do it. Let's get rid of that marker while I'm here. Right. To Isabel. We haven't been to see Isabel for a while.
Did you hear? The gates to Heaven Hall in the area were breached by someone. Or something. The steward was in town earlier looking for men to come and repair it, but no one was keen to help.
I want to see you again.
Might go and check that out in a minute.
Without sweet water and oil of talc. Still no caravan.
Hello, Isabel.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Uh-huh.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
We owe you some cash. Did Martha accept it?
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive.
Oh, how quickly the table turned.
Finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway.
Oh, did she?
My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness.
Did Martha hand it back as well?
I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it?
It's a really expensive ruby.
Well.
Put it in a necklace.
Otto is lucky to have you, Clive.
Did we
I
sweet
doubt
talk Martha into
anything could
keeping
ever
it?
replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway.
Did we know he had a
closest
son?
thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Clearly not.
Long ago. Yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done.
So now he does as much as he can for
it weighed heavily
everything.
on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in
We know so
silence.
little of Sid's
An
backstory
ill
as well.
Given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
And then he just turns around and walks away.
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
This might be a waste of a trip.
Let's go.
And I will cut this entirely, should it be an unnecessarily frivolous. No, nothing here. I wonder then, because those people in town said maybe we should get somebody to do something about it, I wonder if there's going to be a hunt billet posted for it shortly. That'd be interesting. I like the fact that there was incidental dialogue. Well, it says return to the Hideaway and speak with Goats, so I'm assuming he's still alive. For now.
She was building a ship.
Still alive, Goat?
Goat.
Goat.
Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
That's a suppository and a half.
Payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Interesting. Was she just hoping that we'd come and try and sweet talk her at the end? She doesn't seem the type. Maybe she just wants to chat. Hello, Torgal.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
We're a charity case.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
Well.
Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Is there something shiny up on that balcony back there?
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby.
Oh.
A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much.
Well.
Maybe I already have a buyer in mind.
Uh-huh.
Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
A fine continental maid?
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones.
I don't...
Thanks to this lump.
Comments below if you know who that's referring to, because it's... I'm drawing a blank.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
Poor guy.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
Uh-huh.
I knew so little about him.
I've just said this.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take.
I kept going on about how
Back in the
old he
day,
was, but...
I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... oh, forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. Me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable. Wanted the monster taken away.
So that's why you fell in.
Forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily.
So that's why you worked for the cause.
It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
This is a side quest, by the way.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true.
Is this them discovering the hideaway?
I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me, just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
You're doing an excellent job, Otto. God.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have
Wall of memories.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
What a great side quest. What a really, really nicely written... I mean, that's taken 25 minutes probably have timed something like that, and I don't feel a single moment was wasted there. You know, in terms of rewards, we've got a pittance of XP, some renown, and you know, something for the wall. But in terms of the world building and storytelling, every second of that was worth it.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
You know, sometimes with side quests, you feel like they're afterthoughts. They're there to kind of pad out the game, or you know, just add to its length a little. But that was just there was so much in that. There was so much in that. That was really, really good, and required a lot of effort as well. You know, because there was a load of cutscenes and stuff in that as well. Sid's goblet, miraculously undamaged in the attack on the old hideaway. Otto held on to the featureless clay cup to remind him of his lost friend before giving it to Clive, knowing that Sid would have wanted the proud bearer of his legacy to have it. That was really good. That was really nice. Really nice. We've got some more side quests. Ooh. We've got another Blackthorn quest. A bad feeling, Clive. Something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll. What's up with Torgal?
What's wrong with Torgal? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
A bone to pick. Right, is this side quest going to be as involved and emotional as the previous one?
He cracked the crystal too.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
Nah.
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
Too warm for him.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken.
Are we going to get some
something.
upgradey?
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Okay. Let's go and talk to the lawsman. Oh, Hippocrates. Might we have a word?
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. Which is certainly a new development.
He likes his
She says
food.
he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite.
Oh?
All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within.
Yes.
And I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound
He's
magics
too
require
hungry.
additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient.
He needs bigger
Frost wolves,
bones.
after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
That's a big antelope.
Never seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last
Like Torgal.
killer antelope sighting I recall hearing about took
Cressida.
place near Cressida, And that was long before the village was abandoned.
Oh, yes.
So,
We went to Cresta, didn't we? That's where we went with... Was it where we went with Gav? We went there with somebody for a reason. Can't remember what the reason was, but I think we went there because it was with all the broken down buildings. Was it a side quest? Was it with the carpenter? It may have been the carpenter. Before he... Was it Bertrand? Before he went to the Hideaway.
Let's go.
Let's go, Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Fly, you say, Clive? Why, I can do that. Or short bursts. Whee! Yeah, because it was finishing building the bridge.
If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Quest destination nearby. These aren't giant antelopes. Oh, maybe they are.
Find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
That was not the ability that I was thinking it was, wasn't it? You ran into that like a plonker. Well, that was effective.
It's over. Over here. Get him. This one. Get him.
Oh, I was not expecting that to reach. Ching! Enemy slain. So we just need to find bigger food for Torgal, I guess. 20 bloody hides. They don't...
Will it be enough, I wonder?
Hungry boy? We took that out quite quickly.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. The irony, such as it is here, is that I'm not a dogs person. I actually don't really like dogs all that much. No, that's unfair. I'm not one of these people. I'm not an animals person in general. If I could be said to appreciate animals, it would be cats, because cats are very much like me. They like to sleep a lot, and they like to just be left alone. So yes, I am like a cat in that regard. Dogs are very kind of attention hungry, and the comment levied against a lot of content creators on YouTube is that it's all for the clicks and all for the attention, yada yada yada. It's like, it's not really why I do this. I've just got a new note as well. Karen.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere.
Yes, we went for a
Took you
walk.
for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
Walkies?
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup.
Yeah, he's quite large, Karen.
All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after. I can see about getting some in.
Oh, you're a sweetheart as well.
I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
An elder antelope femur 5. Short of slaying a behemoth, or a curl, a bison, a minotaur, or an adamantoise, one would be hard-pressed to find a larger leg bone. If this does not satisfy Torgal's ancestral hunger, chances are nothing will. Where are we going to put this? Where have we put this?
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Is she heterochromatic, or does she just have a dodgy eye? I suppose I could use photo mode to zoom in and find out, but... Lawsman Hippocrates!
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were!
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me.
Oh.
After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents.
Uh-huh.
Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's
I
transformation?
do.
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Shiva and the Frostwolf
Precisely
Guards.
that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone.
Yes.
And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
Oh.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power.
Ah, so...
Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Sid.
And they've all got...
In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty.
Mm.
And that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
Yes, he glows more
If I'm
in
not
combat.
mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed.
And he is a
that we
giant
count him
puppy.
amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Yeah.
Oh. He's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Don't. You make any moves on our dog. A bone to pick. Another excellent side quest, but weirdly enough, Havel's Fang. Even a legendary king surrounded by the realm's greatest knights and blessed by the very heavens would have found himself hard-pressed to unite the warring tribes of ancient Valisthea. Fortunately, he had the help of his fine and trusty hound, Havel. Slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. I'd really like more accessory slots. I wonder if we can get more accessory slots. Is there space? There's not really space here for more accessories, is there? Well, I mean... No, I think we're probably stuck. Yeah, I think we're stuck with that choice. He's now a little bit more active. Bless him. Right, we've still got... We had another missive. About the other day. The pen is mightier. Open 10 letters. I'll have you know, I ain't never shed a tear in front of no one, not even my mother, and you won't soon catch me doing the like again. So if it please your lordship, you can both forget about the whole damn thing. The Sid I chose to follow all them years ago is gone. There ain't no dragging him back from the depths of whatever hell he's talked his way into. But his legacy that lives on, in you and everyone else here at the Hideaway, sure as the sky is blue. At least I think it's still blue. As long as it is, I'll be right here, where you can count on me. Right, we've got another quest about Blackthorn, which I'm assuming is going to be a follow-up to Blacksmith's Blues, was it? But also, we've got another quest up here. I thought this was going to be a potion-related one, but it's not, is it? Because this is in Mid's place. I thought we were going to get another kind of potion potency thingy, my bobby. On the lat lived a queen and goblins 3, but he'd not did the goblins their queen, and so full of wrath did she banish them to shore, where they supped up mud till their lips turned black, and they begged to return. And good of heart, the queen she did take them back. Editor.
I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters, every one.
Bless her. Letters are hard. Trust me on that. English teacher. Who's this? Owen.
I'm buggered.
I'm buggered? Owen.
Here.
Here.
Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out.
Higher potion capacity.
Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off.
Maybe.
And that's where I was hoping.
Just splitting potions makes me feel like we're going to get higher capacity. Weird science.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't
Mid's been nicking bomb ash. Okay.
You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some.
From bombs, one would think.
It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
Oh.
I take
Wait.
it that's where I come in.
Why do bombs have bones?
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one
Ha
just
ha!
the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly
Great
my
balls of
forte.
fire.
You, on the other hand.
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
Weird science. As a child of the 80s, if you've never seen the film Weird Science or the television show spin-off from it, I was going to say recently, but it's not recently, is it? It's probably 10 plus years, maybe even 15 plus years old at this point. I'm getting old. Nectar? Let's go about bomb sightings. You on the hunt for a bomb king, Capo? So I have a billet that might interest you. Right, so we've still got the Breaker of Worlds. But we've also got a bomb king in the Croc. The Croc Sanbrec. I'm going to write this down. The Croc Sanbrec. The cursebreaker aiming for the Imperial chase took a wrong turn into a nearby wood within which he discovered the ruins of a fallen airship. Oh, hold on. Isn't that the place that I've literally just been to? And within them a beast akin to a great ball of fire that chased a scream from the grove. The soldier later identified the creature in armor. Hold on. The Imperial chase is where we just were, wasn't it? Yeah, it is. It's there. So the little incidental dialogue in Northreach was indeed a precursor.
Let's go.
To this. I didn't look at the rank, did I? I probably should have looked at the rank to give myself an indication of how challenging this is going to be. We are stocked on potions and stuff, though, so we should be okay. He says, with limited to zero confidence in his own abilities. That doesn't look like a very large bomb, so clearly something is going to surprise us here. Rank B. I forgot that it tells us. Is he going to have friends?
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
That's...
This one.
Oh, he's dropping stuff. Huh. That was the wrong button, you idiots. Oh, did we just... I know, I thought we grabbed the Bomb King.
Nice try.
Oh, I was lucky then. Oh, shit. Oh, that put it on cooldown as well. Ouch.
Get him.
Shit. Uh-oh. I don't think there's a high potion here. What? Why would I do that? Screw that up again.
Too slow.
Ow. I should have gone for the block.
Well done, Torgal. Over here. Too slow.
No. Not this time. Shit. Uh-oh. Run away! Run away! Right. Oops. Oh, damn it. Ooh. Got you stuck in a corner. Have I managed to stagger the bomb king? Did we stagger it? At all? I don't feel like I remember the stagger message. I don't think I did or said much. Bomb ember. Figuratively, the smouldering soul of a bomb given life by unknown magics. Literally a very hot rock.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash.
I should probably
This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
What do we need? I don't recall seeing anything that we need the bomb stuff for.
That should do it. If the wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay. Back to the hideaway. Yeah, I suspect this is going to be more potions, but I could be very wrong. That was a fun fight. Don't think I did it very well. I feel like I was maybe a bit too passive.
Sid told me she was building.
Oh, wait.
All right there, Sid?
All right, yeah.
How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
Going quite well.
I have it here.
It is hypothesized that the bomb's inclination to self-destruct during violent encounters is a form of collective preservation akin to how a honeybee will sting a threat to the hive at the cost of its own life. Thank you, Law.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while.
Bubble, bubble, toil, and
You're
trouble.
a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like he's frying. Sometime later.
There we
Nice texture work on those bricks.
The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
What's it do?
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
You have not.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
But I'm going to give you one anyway.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
Ha
The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything.
So it can fit more potions in
But
it.
we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Wonderful.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit.
So go from 4 potions to 5?
I'll only be a mo.
And 3 high potions to 4? If only leather actually suppled up this quickly. It does not.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you.
I think.
No. Thank you.
We could spend more money on potions.
And the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag.
Amazing.
I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Back away now, Clive. Back away now. Quest complete. Weird science. 40 renown for that. Treated potion satchel. Were the same exotic compound that was applied to the leather of the satchel be needed into a pair of boots, they should surely become supple enough to accommodate a man with 20 toes. Increases consumable inventory capacity. Nice. Very nice. But by how many? 2. 2 extra potions, an extra high potion, and 2 extra tonics. No, 1 extra tonic per. Yeah. Nice. Couple of extra potions should be very handy indeed. Very, very handy indeed. Right, there was one more quest at the reading table. And it was, I suspect, a follow-up to Blackthorn's Blues quest. So we're going to need to help him cheer up some more, I guess. And probably go and find...
They told me she was building a ship.
Because we got a template, didn't we? For new items. About Blackthorn. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking, maybe it weren't just the leather what was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we should go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Blacksmith's Blues 2. I assume, therefore, that there is going to be a Blacksmith's Blues 3. Because otherwise they just have, you know, 2 different quest names, one would assume. This is going to be a whole series of them.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
Uh-huh. Clive the Counsellor.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen.
Spotting a formula here, but that's fine.
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade.
Ooh, is this where we're going to get the diamond sword
wasn't
from?
anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
Wow.
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
Oh, it could be an attack
And
buff.
if you knew how to do it, we could arm the cursebreakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Clive's got very grey eyes. I've literally just noticed. Karen.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
Want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn? Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections.
Elsewhere.
Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it?
Lord Byron.
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want.
Ignac.
Demajen bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients.
I like Karen so
Reckon
much.
he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Okay.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric.
He's as mad as a box of frogs.
I appreciate the warning.
Okay. To the inn at Dalamil. These side quests are substantial. And so far, each of them has
People take
been...
notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Drake's fang is gone.
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friends' pockets might be.
We don't know for sure. It could have just been a tremor.
But the whole... I suppose they... Ooh.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
This man is irritated.
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize.
Respectful man.
His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Who is?
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
Sure. We were told he was eccentric. There's a fine line between eccentric and asshole.
Sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. Till the morning's events have left him.
Okay.
Fractious.
Fractious, you
He's
say?
been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
Ah.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
Yes. That's getting off cheap, I would say.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them.
I feel like I might have explored there.
Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
I do like me a disreputable corner.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Thank you, Radim. You have been most helpful. Right, this is a bit of a jaunt. I do like these desert zones. They are nicely realised. I can't wait until we see Final Fantasy XIV upgraded to this level of visual quality. Does FF14 have a desert zone? It doesn't, does it? I wonder whether we'll get some deserty stuff in 7.0. If we go to the New World or Mericidia or wherever we end up. Start off, scorpions. Don't want none. Hello. Wonderful. The innkeeper?
Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
Oh, these guys are casters. Hold on. You can block spells. That was the wrong button. That wasn't. I think he just hit that for himself, didn't he? What's Torgal doing? Oof, that was the wrong button. I keep taking my finger off. You need to hold the button down for the charge ring to go round, and I just keep releasing it and expecting to hit it again when it's in the right place. It's not how it works. That was very straightforward.
This must be Ignac's luggage.
Where's the sword?
Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
How are we going to carry it, Clive? I suppose Ambrosia is helpful in that regard. Teleport us back? Excellent.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects.
Yes.
What should I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make
Oh,
your
really?
acquaintance.
Going back to the old name.
Name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in
Is
your
that his
debt.
alias when he's not being
Radim
Sid?
here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern.
Says you.
Speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles.
The Outer
far
Isles?
beyond the Twins. And is used exclusively by...
Nothing about the Outer Isles.
practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship.
Oh.
They believe no combat should ever exceed
Samurai
a single
style
and hone
things.
their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow.
Ah.
Brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000
That's it. That's the
more.
secrets.
But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key.
Do we know what it
The
is?
secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered.
You happen
Take
to have?
this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke.
Cha-ching!
Far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself. And a far more fitting
That's
payment.
very handy.
Thank you.
What is it?
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is.
So it is.
I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Okay.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Oh, shit.
Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
Byron, of course.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Very silly. Very silly. What actually is this magic
Trust Uncle
stone?
Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
There's obviously sundered whetstone. We can look at this, can't we? If I press the right button. A slab of rock quarried on the southern continents. Its unparalleled hardness makes it perfect for sharpening blades forged from all manner of metals, from bronze to adamantite. But this won't actually help Blackthorn at all, because creating a blade designed only for a single stroke is practically worthless for an army of cursebreakers. But it will almost certainly give him some ideas, which I expect is going to open a new weapon for us to craft / buy. Possibly even this diamond blade.
But hopefully he'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
I forgot we could have just read it there.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
So there is a southern continent. Filling him in.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. But good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Yep.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the cursebreakers an edge?
But it's still sharp in our
Think so,
swords.
yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the cursebreakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece.
Yeah.
Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
There we go. There's his inspiration.
Will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Yeah, Clive's actually got blue eyes. It must just be something about the lighting in this particular area that makes them glint grey.
I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August 2. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
I'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to say, he's not going to... Quest complete. New... plans. New... I can't remember what they're called. Excalibur? A diagram detailing the steps to forge a sword to rival that of a legendary king? What? Excalibur recipe unlocked. So this is going to be a big one. What are we going to need? What are we going to need to craft Excalibur?
What do you want?
The things that we have got.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Yes. So the whole diamond sword thing, we've somehow got round. We must have been able to buy that or craft it somehow earlier if we got a specific thing. I'm unsure.
Fine.
Unless we could have bought it at some
Now
point from a
what
different
can
shop.
I do for you? Coin purse weighing you down.
No, it's definitely
Finished,
not
are
there.
ya?
What does this Excalibur look like? It's a full-on pretty sword. It looks actually a lot like the Excalibur from, well, a paladin sword from FF14, which is as you would expect. Oh, and Desiree has got something new for us.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Oh yes, the High Cleric's Medallion. The goddess Griga teaches us that to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw from a humble servant.
Here you are.
Expand renown to 850.
All done?
Right, High Cleric's Medallion. Increases healing potency of high potions by 25%. Interesting. So that's how they're getting around it. Okay. Okay. Right, I think... Unless Gout's got something for us.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look. Think
Right,
you can help?
we have exhausted all of the quests, and it must be said that the side quests that we have done were of excellent quality. You know, there was some really good bits and pieces there, but it feels like we've just spent probably 2 hours at a push, maybe even a little bit more than that, just doing side stuff.